Hello everybody, my name is Ronja Engarde, and welcome back for more Pokemon Platinum. In the last part, we traversed through Eterna Forest, and now we find ourselves here in Eterna City. Now I'm planning to, run around and do a couple of small things here and there, but think we're gonna take on the gym in this episode, and I was looking at our Pokemon and thinking like, but who am I gonna use? Completely forgetting that I literally have the fire starter. Oops. And I think it's gonna learn Flame Whale pretty soon, which is, gonna be a pretty epic. It's gonna be so epic. Ooh, 39 Pokemon. I don't know if I've actually gone here without meeting his requirements, because I'm pretty sure they're pretty low. He's got them low standards. Now I am kind of curious what we're gonna capture in the route. Well, the route to the east and the cave to the east, because there are two different things. But I thought I should just, take care of these fishermen first to just, get that shit out of the way. Sorry about that. I just ate a square of chocolate before this to, well, I don't know. I don't really know if it's actually, helpful or harmful. But I definitely feel like it kind of helps to smooth out my throat. But I'm sure there's like some kind of vocal coach out there that's cringing. Not because they're watching this video, but just they just know that there's somebody out there that just gave horrible advice. Well, it's not like I said that you should do it, I just said that that's what I did because I feel like it's helping. I just, pop in a square of chocolate and just suckle on it and then start up a new episode. Well, I don't do that for literally every episode, but sometimes I do. And it feels like it's helping. Well, not necessarily helping, but it feels like it's doing something at the very least. Which, might just be a placebo effect, but I mean, as long as there's an effect, it's not like the chocolate is. It's not like I'm doing drugs. I'm just, eating chocolate, which, some very opinionated people might say is kind of like a drug, seeing as, it's got sugar in it, and as we all know, sugar is the devil. Well, I definitely wouldn't go that far, but I mean, it's definitely, I don't think anybody can deny that sugar is an addictive substance. Not necessarily, psychoactive, psychoactively addictive, but or that it's like it affects your body specifically. But I mean, I feel like there's a reason why people crave, or at least feel like they crave sugar, and not fucking broccoli or whatever, because sugar tastes good, So I feel like it's pretty natural that people want more of it because it tastes good. And the whole thing about pretty sure that sugar releases certain chemicals in your brain, well, not just chocolate specifically, but sweets in general. I don't really know the science behind it, but there's something to be said about trying to limit yourself with your sugar intake. The thing is that I don't really see the point of completely eliminating it. Like, there is the people out there that, you know, oh, I don't wanna eat anything unhealthy at all, you know, like nothing that contains, well, you know, nothing that's considered sweets at all, you know, I literally just want to eat healthy food all the time, which, I mean, I personally don't really see, I guess see the point is not completely correct or exactly what I mean, but to me, like, I definitely see the benefit of eating more healthy food than unhealthy food, and, you know, limiting unhealthy food to, say, like one day of the week, you know, like typically like a Saturday or something like that, or a Friday. Like, for sure, then not saying that, you know, knocking eating healthy, not at all. But I don't see the point of, you know, literally only eating healthy food, because, like, I feel like eating good food, like, not just talking about chocolate here, but, you know, just, you know, food that is considered unhealthy to eat every day, but is still, you know, good to, like, feels good to eat every once in a while, like, you know, the typical, like, a really well-made burger, or, well, not, you know, not talking about, like, McDonald's over here, but, you know, like an actually either homemade or a restaurant-made burger, or, you know, literally any other food that's considered, you know, oh, you shouldn't eat this every day, but, you know, because I definitely consider good food to be, like, part of a nice life, you know, not kind of still the thing with, I think it's the Overeating Anonymous motto of, like, eat to live, don't live to eat, which I do definitely stand behind, that, you know, you shouldn't go through life living just to eat. But I definitely feel like, you know, that good food, along with, like, say, a glass of red wine, or, you know, your alcoholic drink of choice if you do drink, you know, the enjoyments of life, because I feel like, you know, we live on this earth for, like, approximately 70 to 100 years, as long as we don't, you know, get, you know, hit by a bus or something crazy like that. So, like, 70 to 100 years, not really the longest time at all, so, like, fuck it, why not enjoy yourself? Like, shit, I definitely wanted, you know, eat healthy and exercise and all that to keep a physique, a body that I can enjoy. Like, not just, well, for two reasons. One, for, you know, just the aesthetic purpose of, like, being able to look in the mirror and being able to see, like, oh, I like what I see, you know, for yourself, and, you know, that in itself, that's the most important part, is that you're happy. But, you know, if you yourself have a body that you're happy with, then, you know, the side effect of that is that, while there might be other people then that might also find that body attractive if you do, and also because of the, you know, general health thing, that, you know, you might give yourself an extra 10 or 20 years if you just, you know, don't eat like a human garbage disposal. You know, at least not 7 days a week. Like, try to turn down the human garbage disposaling for, like, you know, at least 1 day or a week, maybe 2. Just so you know, because if you give yourself 10 to 20 years, I mean, that's a lot of time where you can, you know, eat moderately unhealthy and do a lot of other things than just eating. Because that's, you know, my main point here, is that, you know, food is not the only thing here in life, but, you know, it is still one enjoyable factor of life. And, you know, there's lots of other things, you know, like traveling and, you know, learning things and experiencing things, being around people, you know, plenty of shit to do and experience in this life. I mean, shit, considering how much gaming has changed in the last, like, 10, 5 even years. Girl, can you imagine how crazy shit's gonna be in, like, 60 years? Girl, I want to be alive for that. I don't want to kick the bucket before I'm gonna be able to, you know, plug myself into a virtual reality world. Lord. I want to be able to plug myself into a game and have some sweet anime titties. Actually, you know, that would be... I feel like that would be a huge thing when, you know, you're quote-unquote able to plug yourself into a different reality. Could you imagine, you know, being able to experience a completely different body? Like, not even just being able to, you know, be another gender, but, you know, being able to experience being a pro athlete, for example, or, you know, God, there's so many possibilities. And that's the kind of shit that I really fucking love thinking about. Like, those kind of possibilities. And girl, don't get me fucking started on the amount of porn games. Porn virtual reality games. Holy shit. You gonna be able to fuck everybody and everything you want, girl. Oh, that is a future I want to live in. That is for diddly darn sure. Oh, crap. I just gave the Rock Tomb TM to Work Bitch, but I definitely would have enjoyed giving that to Olilot, because I'm definitely thinking of adding that to the team, because Bronzong is, you know, literally one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, so... of all time! So yeah, I definitely want to do that. Let's just pop a potion, because I'm, you know, a lazy son of a bitch. I don't think we're gonna need it, necessarily, because this guy only has, like, 3 Zubats. Which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to outspeed and deal with at a good rate. But even so, I mean, a potion is what, 300 Pokédollars? Pfft, whatever. I'm going to be able to earn back that lickety-split. Now, I completely forgot what I was talking about. I was talking about food, talking about virtual reality. Oh yeah. And that's kind of a thing that, you know, leading into is that, I kind of hope that we get less prudish, you know, in general as a people, because I feel like we've definitely gotten, you know, quote unquote over a lot of shit. Like, I think more and more people realize that, you know, boobs, like, not underestimating the power of boobs. I mean, heck, even as a fully, I mean, I'm like platinum star, gold star gay. Like, I never looked at a woman and thought, I want to hit that. But even I, who has no amount of sexual attraction to a woman, like, I still get, like, the instinct of looking at, but like, if there's a person with a cleavage, my eyes still get drawn to it, and I don't, like, it has no effect on me, like, other than that. Like, that is one thing, like, one argument I will fully give to straight guys out there as a defense for straight guys, is that, you know, like, women really want to get on straight guys' shit over, like, oh, why are you looking at my cleavage? Well, first of all, bitch, that cleavage is 100% deliberate. You cannot tell me that, you know, you put on that top, oh, I didn't know I was showing up my boobs. Girl, you knew. Don't give me that shit. I mean, not saying that you put on it specifically because you wanted guys to ogle you. Like, no, not at all. Because, I mean, you would... There are people that just want to do it because they like how it looks for themselves. But I feel like it is unfair to give guys shit for, you know... I mean, if there's a prolonged stare, like, sure, that's, you know, not cool at all. But if you catch a guy, like, glimpsing, like, a short, like, a second glance down at your cleavage, that ain't his fault, girl. That's just fucking gravitational pull on the fucking eyes. And that, again, coming from a gay person, even I am affected by that, because your eyes are just drawn to it. There's been plenty of times where I'm like, I have to consciously, like, look away, because I don't want, you know, the person to think that I'm, like, looking at the boobs, because I ain't. Well, I mean, technically I am, but I don't, it's not out of, you know, a want to look at them, because I, you know, don't care. And once again, yeah, the prudish thing, because I'm happy that people are, kind of moving away from, like, the, oh, you should never show boobs at all. If you show boobs on TV, then you were gonna corrupt the youth, and oh, like, Jesus Lord. I mean, as civilized as we are as human beings, like, I'm not saying that, you know, we aren't capable of being civilized, because, like, as opposed to literally pretty, well, as far as we know, literally every other animal, we have, you know, higher brain function, so we are capable of being civilized. But at the end of the day, we're still, you know, technically animals. Animals with the drive to, you know, find a mate and, you know, have children and, you know, copulate. Have sexual intercourse. So, like, the fact that we're, like, so super prudish about it makes absolutely no sense. Like, it makes sense, of course, to, like, for example, teaching children about safe sex. That's fucking super important. Now I'm just trying to think here if there's something. Nothing that I really want to change. So I think I'm just gonna keep things the same for now, and then, you know, later on see if I want to change something. But yeah, like treating everybody under the age of 18 as if, you know, they don't have any kind of, like, not talking about, you know, like, children, but, you know, when people enter puberty, there is the stuff that happens to the body. Like, you're not ready to have, you know, sex with people. I don't, not saying that children out there, you know, from the age of 13, when you enter puberty, go out there and have yourself a good time. Not at all, but, like, to deny that people in their teens don't, you know, have sexual urges is just, you know, crazy. So, like, I feel like there's, like, I hear a lot about, you know, in the US that, you know, people, the sex education is just fucking not at all what it should be. Like, it's from what I hear, in some places, it's literally just, you know, if you have the sex, you will, you know, burn in hell, and, you know, like, probably not that, you know, but, you know, a close approximation to that, which I feel is just, you know, why would you do that? Why would, that just makes me angry, pretty much. Because it is really important to teach kids, you know, if you have sex without using a condom, girl, you're gonna get pregnant, and that's gonna be a one hell of a bad time, because, you know, either you're gonna have the baby, which, you know, you're fucking like 15 or whatever, you ain't gonna have no baby. Or, you know, well, just not putting anything out there, but I'm just saying that, you know, having a baby when you're 15 is, you know, I don't think anybody thinks that's a good idea. Or you know, you're gonna have to have an abortion, which, you know, also is not just is a very big, you know, deal, not only for the girl or woman in question, but, you know, for the people around her as well. So, you know, it's very important to teach kids use condoms, and you teach them what can happen, you know, because, you know, condoms aren't just to protect against pregnancy, but, you know, it's also for, you know, STIs and all that kind of shit, which is, again, important to teach kids that that's a thing that can happen, which, you know, is why you should get tested, and why you should, you know, use a condom and all that kind of shit, unless, you know, you're in a close relationship where both of you have gotten tested, and, you know you're both clean, in which case, as long as there's no chance of getting pregnant, go right the fuck ahead. In general, my point is just that, you know, kids aren't stupid, and, you know, in this case, teenagers are definitely not stupid, especially in this day and age when you can Google literally everything, and, you know, pretty much probably at least half the classroom has already seen a porn video. Probably more than half has at least seen a porn video. So, like, and I feel like that doesn't extend to just sexual education. I feel like that extends to more education in general. That, you know, we're shifting from you know just learning the information, because, you know, all of the information is pretty much available to us as is. Like, it's definitely useful to learn methods. Like, for example, on math, you can't just, you know, rely on your calculator. You need to learn, okay, addition and subtraction works because of this and that, and, you know, don't know that. But I feel like education is kind of shifting towards like, okay, you have all this information, but how are you gonna reflect on that information? Like, I feel like education now is more about, you know, showing your ability of you know, being able to reflect on information and how to use information, all that kind of thing. And that's, you know, what I feel sexual education should, if it isn't already, be about. Is, you know, yeah, y'all have seen a porn video and seen, you know, somebody putting a penis into a vagina, but you need to learn that, first of all, all the boys, and, well, all the girls too, should know that, you know, that penis is of a porn actor that was chosen because he has like a fucking 10-inch penis, but that's not the norm. And, you know, all that kind of stuff that, you know, kids wouldn't know from just looking at a porn video. They need to learn all the things that, you know, comes with, you know, experience and age and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, also, like, things like that aren't, you know, strictly sexual in nature, but things like how to handle a breakup, how to, you know, what to do with all your fucking emotions. You know, there's a lot of stuff that they just don't teach you in school that I feel like is pretty necessary. You know, not necessarily, like, there's not much that I think is like, oh, we should, like, I feel like there's a lot of people that say that, and then they also say that, yeah, we should add this and then cut out this other thing. I don't know if there's, like, a lot of things that I necessarily, you know, am super confident that, you know, oh yeah, we should definitely cut this and this out. I don't know, because, like, for example, I've heard some people be like, oh, why do we need to have physical education in school? Like, blah, I stay healthy just being at home. But, like, I feel like having PE is, you know, not a thing that I would want to go away, at least for, like, fucking primary and middle school, especially. And I said, like, there are certain parts of math that I feel like isn't super useful for everybody. Like, there are definitely things that I feel like, why does everybody have to know this? Like, for example, you know, they're like getting in. Like, I'm talking like the very, well, not very, but the more advanced stuff, like logarithms. When the fuck are like is like a fucking, I don't know. There are a lot of jobs where you're never gonna need logarithms. Like, I don't ever foresee a future where I will ever need to know the fucking logarithms. So, like, why? But then, you know, I had like a, oh fuck, I seriously need to switch my Pokemon. But like, I was taught about logarithms, but never had a single class about, you know, for example, taxes. You know, school. I feel like now, I feel like I'm just super like preaching and ranting about them, but this is genuinely things that I care about, because it has been a dream of mine since I was little to become a teacher, so I, you know, am kind of invested in the education system. But yeah, like, school is all about, you know, preparing yourself for the future, like preparing the necessary knowledge you need to get a job. Like, if you're gonna become an architect, you have specific courses you need to take to become an architect, and that kind of stuff. And just in general, primary and middle school is like generally giving you the courses you need to shape yourself as a human. You know, like learning basic math and learning language in English and learning, you know, like things that most adults should know. But then I feel like it's pretty weird then that we don't learn about taxes, because literally everybody has to do taxes. So why in the goddamn hell are we not taught about that? And, like, it's not that, you know, it's not like it's something that you can't figure out on your own. Not at all. I'm not saying that. Like, you can definitely teach yourself that. But that goes for, like, I mean, literally everything. You can teach yourself literally everything, but it's not, nothing is gonna be more, you know, universally needed than learning how to do your taxes. Like, everybody needs to learn how to do that. So why aren't we taught that? Why are we instead taught things like, for example, logarithms, which maybe 1% of the people that learn it will need? Like, not saying that, again, people shouldn't learn it at all, because, you know, there are lots of fields that will need that kind of advanced math. Again, I mean, I'm saying advanced math, but I don't know how advanced it really is, but it's advanced to me, because I'm a stupid bitch when it comes to math. So, like, you know, I just don't get it. Like, there's a lot of things about the education system where that, you know, still to this day kind of baffles me. Where, like, why is this the case, and why isn't this the case? You know, lots of different things like that. I suppose we should talk about the battle at hand, which, you know, against Gardenia, and now, you know, she used her sunny day. First, she used reflect, which is kind of bad because, you know, since I taught workbench flame wheel instead of ember, I turned my fire move from a special to a physical attack. But then, of course, I was pretty sure that it was gonna use sunny day at the very least, which, you know, not completely, but kind of negates the reflect. And then also, when reflect goes away, I'm gonna have one turn of the sunny day not boosted by, yeah, see, from now, I'm gonna have one turn of sunny day and I'm not hampered by reflect. Gosh, that took a lot out of me, apparently, to say that. Actually, do we have one more turn, or is some gonna fade? I think we might have one more turn. Yeah, huh. I don't know why, but... Oh, no. Because you used to reflect... Oh, okay, yeah. Hopefully this is gonna do quite a bit. That Rosary, it has like... I don't actually know, I think it has like 120 special attack, which, you know, is absolutely crazy. But, well, apparently the Sunny Day boosted Flame Wheel was all we really needed. I was half worried a little bit about this. Usually for me, Gardenia is not the biggest problem. Same with Rourke. Rourke usually... Rourke is like either he's super easy, or he, you know, completely wrecks me. But usually that is only when I, you know, am not prepared whatsoever. So as long as I've grinded like a level or two, then I'm usually good. Same with the Gardenia. But now, shit starts to hit the fan. It starts now with Fantina, and then it's all downhill from here. But I think that's a pretty good length of a video. So I think I'm going to be seeing you guys in the next time. Goodbye.